Luxury kitchens are changing in 2026, and some sellers are getting it wrong. For years, everything has been sleek and white and ultra minimal, but what buyers are asking for now is something very different. They want clean and elevated, but they also want warmth, texture, a space that actually feels livable and not like a showroom. Think natural wood, soft stone, layered finishes, kitchens that feel like part of the home but not separate from it. So if you're thinking about updating before selling, this shift really matters because the right design choices can directly impact your price and how quickly your home sells. So I'm breaking down the exact kitchen trends that high-end buyers are paying for in 2026. Invisible kitchen. The most expensive kitchens right now, they don't actually look like kitchens. One of the biggest trends that we're seeing, especially in like the Bellevue luxury homes, is fully integrated design. Panel-ready appliances, hidden refrigerators, appliance garages, everything blends seamlessly into the cabinetry. The goal is simple: clean, uninterrupted lines that feel more like custom furniture than a traditional kitchen. And buyers notice this immediately. It gives that elevated, high-end feel without being flashy. If you're remodeling, this is one of the clearest ways to signal luxury to today's buyers. Back kitchens and sculleries. The most expensive kitchens right now don't actually look like kitchens. They feel like part of the home. They're warm, they're inviting, and they're designed for real life. So think statement islands, comfortable seating, and lighting that's as beautiful as it is functional. We're also seeing back, or otherwise called prep kitchens, that coming back so that the mess is out of sight when entertaining. These small rooms off the kitchens have sinks, storage, countertop space, and even an extra refrigerator to contain all the assembling and cleanup for a meal with family or guests. Warm materials. White kitchens aren't gone, but they are definitely evolving. We're seeing a big shift towards warmer, more natural materials. Think stained wood cabinetry, honed or matte stone countertops, and a mix of textures that feel softer and more organic. It's less about perfection and more about creating a space that feels layered and inviting. It's often described as quiet luxury, and from a resale perspective, this is exactly the direction that high-end buyers are gravitating towards right now. Statement islands. This is so fun. The kitchen island is no longer just functional, it's the centerpiece. In 2026, we're seeing islands becoming more architectural and more intentional. So we're seeing waterfall edges, thicker countertops, and even subtle curves to soften the space. But just as important, it's designed for how people actually live. So cooking, gathering, working, entertaining, it all happens at the kitchen island. And I'll tell you, when we have people over, this is where they naturally gravitate and like to hang out. Even if I put food like on another surface far away from the island, people grab their food and they come back to the island and sit down and hang out because this is where all the action is. So if you're updating, this is one place where investing really pays off. Mixed metals. If everything in your kitchen matches perfectly, it might actually feel a little outdated. One of the trends that we're seeing is mixing metals and finishes. So brushed brass with matte black or polished nickel with warm tones, it creates depth, contrast, and a much more custom designed feel. The key is keeping it intentional, not random. So pick, maybe you would have your faucet in one metal and then maybe your light fixtures in another, or your cabinetry could have something different, but maybe 2 or 3 metals maximum in a kitchen. This is one of the most subtle details that buyers may not be able to name, but they actually feel it when they're in the space. Slab backsplashes. If you want one detail that instantly elevates a kitchen, this is it. Full slab backsplashes. Instead of traditional tile, we're seeing continuous stone running from the counter all the way up. It feels seamless, high-end, and very custom. There's often a window above a kitchen sink, and wrapping the slab like up and around the window creates a great feature or centerpiece in the kitchen. Something to consider if you can afford to do that. We're seeing that in a lot of high-end homes. We're also seeing more artisan finishes, like handmade tile, but used in a more intentional, less repetitive way. It's a small shift, but it makes a big impact on how the entire kitchen feels. Function equals luxury. Luxury today isn't just about how a kitchen looks, it's about how it works. Buyers are looking for thoughtful functionality. They like pot fillers, integrated coffee systems on the cabinetry or refrigerator, custom storage, and filtered or instant hot water taps. It's all about making everyday life easier. And this is where I spend a lot of time with my clients, helping them focus on the updates that actually matter, not just what looks good, because the right improvements don't just elevate your home, they directly impact your sale. If you're thinking about making changes, I am always happy to help you prioritize what will give you the best return for your money.